Hey Virgos, it's Heather here with Empress. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your January 2020 general overall spread. It's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Virgo. And as always, if you're cross-watching, welcome. You could very well resonate with the energy that's coming through. With that being said, guys, we are actually just going to hop right in and get started. So what can we get for Virgos for January 2020? Oh, we have the Nine of Swords, Virgos. So some of you have been caught up in anxiety a little bit. Maybe thoughts about the future, thoughts about the past itself, situations, relationships, connections with people. Yeah, I feel like you guys have had some kind of a spiritual leveling up, spiritual awakening that's been happening for you guys. That's kind of forced you to go through and do some deep healing right now. You have the Nine of Swords with the High Priestess. That's all I keep getting is, I don't feel like it's so much based in, I don't want to just say anxiety, because some of you could definitely have anxiety when it comes to just, but it's almost unexplainable anxiety, if that makes sense. The High Priestess is an intuitive energy. It's subconscious. So you have things that are subconsciously coming up right now that you can't really explain, that are kind of igniting some kind of anxiety or maybe some worry, some stress within. I do feel like the key here is going within. I feel like the key here is the healing. It's taking the time to really still yourself and look at where the anxiety is stemming from. Maybe, if you've had anxiety when it comes to public places and people, dealing with people, maybe you had issues from your past where you dealt with bullying or you dealt with others that were really vicious or malicious. If you have anxiety about your future right now, well, maybe you've had experiences in the past that kind of didn't go exactly as you planned. Some of them that were probably very hard. Nine of Swords, it's an anxiety. It's my up at 2 a.m. card. It's worried about things. Some of you could honestly be waking up at 2 to 3 a.m. I keep getting that. Because High Priestess is subconscious. So some of you could be healing a lot of things in your dreams. You could be having incredibly vivid, lifelike, realistic dreams where you're experiencing certain things or feeling things, working through situations in your life. I do feel like there's a shift, and that's where the key is. The key is going to be really tuning into your intuition, because there is a shift. Yeah, you've been over choices you've made in the past. It could be, or again, I don't like to call it like the shoulda, coulda, woulda card, because that sounds so very Texan of me, but it is what it is. It's the shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's the Five of Cups. It's the feelings of the past. It's the thinking back and replaying and re-examining and it's no wonder you're having anxiety in your head right now, because for some of you, you've been really going through past pain and hurt in your life. I do feel like it is for a very spiritual driven purpose, though. What about that High Priestess? You're making a decision, I feel like, to finally release things that have not been for your benefit when it comes to your soul. If you held on to past pain or past situations, it's time to let it go. This is 2020. This is transformation. This is all about making the changes and the necessary steps. Five of Cups, it is very brutal sometimes, and it's not the easiest energy to really work through. But yeah, see, this is the shift I'm talking about. This is what I've been feeling, a shift. It's happening for a spiritually driven purpose. It's looking back at the experiences, how they've shaped you, because justice, it is about the balancing of the scales. It's also about karma. If you've had a lot of karma come into your life that has been pretty, I mean, let's be honest, like ruthless, or if you've experienced pain in your life, things like that, how you have chosen to react and handle those things denotes your karma. And so, if you've been through painful situations that you've endured, and you've, really done healing, and you've done work, and you've put in the time and the effort to yourself, and you've been good to people, and, you didn't take the pain and use it in a manipulative or a negative way. You took it and you used it to benefit. You used it to really help others. You've used it to help yourself to really move forward in your life. Then that's the karma coming in. With Jupiter being in Capricorn this year, it is very much about where you have invested and put in the work is where your luck will come from. Like, you know, the more that you really work hard towards something, the more that you'll see the beautiful intentions and the opportunities and the blessings coming forward because you've put in the time, the effort, and the work. If you've been putting time and effort into yourself, into letting the past go and moving forward into this next phase in your life, you're going to be rewarded, which is absolutely beautiful because that is definitely what I'm feeling. I'm not feeling this anxiety anymore. I'm feeling a shift happening for you guys. Of course. You got 4 of Cups. So you go from 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 4 of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. You go from 5 of Cups, which is looking back on the past pain. And then you have the 4 of Cups here, which is my over it card, I guess. This is being emotionally stagnant. It's like, okay, I've healed. I've done what I need to do. Now I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. It can be missed opportunities. I don't really get that with this card. I do feel like, well, I take that back because it's under that 9 of Swords. So some of you could be looking back on chances, opportunities that maybe had been missed, or looking back on something that really could have been beautiful, because the Ace of Cups is here. You have it coming in. Or with my 4 of Cups card too, it's like, to me, it can be shut off to love a little bit. It's like, okay, I've felt all this pain. I felt these things. I don't want to feel that anymore. I'm just going to, you know, shut off. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it because I don't feel like it's so much you guys putting up a wall. I do feel like it's you really experiencing life right now and doing it on your own terms and really healing and working on yourself. So with these cards, it could be one of 2 things. 4 of Cups with Ace of Cups for me could be you working on receiving love from the universe, as in love for yourself, building up your self-worth, your self-care, really focusing on what you love to do, what fulfills you. And so therefore with love, you're just kind of letting it pass by. You're not emotionally attached right now. You are unattached. You're living your life. You're working on you. And then for some of you, it is the point where you're not worried about it when it tends to come in a lot of the time. So if you are in a place where you're good, you're like, oh, I'm independent, I'm loving myself, I'm living my life, I've let this go, I've healed, I'm just embracing everything and showing gratitude. And then something comes in because that's what you're putting out. You're no longer putting out the blocks. You're just really focused on what you're doing, on who you're becoming. And a lot of the time when you do that, that's when something comes in and you're like, you kidding me right now? I didn't ask for this shit. I didn't expect this. I don't want this right now. And a lot of the time, that's when the best things come in. I mean, you do have the Hierophant here. I mean, of course, it's a card of traditions and things like that. It can be long-term commitments coming in. If it is, it's something it's definitely has a lot of potential for abundance. More so for me, I feel like you guys, again, are spiritually leveling up. I feel like you are having this just major internal transformation when it comes to how much you love yourself and value yourself and your worth and what you are putting and pouring into you. Like, yes, it's beautiful. Virgos, I absolutely love Virgo energy. I'm Taurus. I have Cancer rising. I have a lot of Cancer placements in my chart too, but I love Virgo energy because for me, you guys have always, my closest friends, the Virgos, you guys are like the healers. You are. You know, you are the healer. You are service. You are phenomenal at taking someone and really making them feel worthy. That being said, Virgos have a tendency, just like us Taurus do, to go on the opposite end of the spectrum and give away so much and put so much value and so much worth and so much love into other people that a lot of the time we forget to really put it into ourselves. So that's my little piece of advice for you guys, I guess, would be love yourself more. You know, pour into you. You deserve it. You're worthy. All the love that you give out, I feel like it's going to come back tenfold. And that's part of the karmic thing. That's that Justice card. It's coming back to you. And that really shifts and changes your whole life. I feel like for some of you, you could be breaking traditions too. I feel like the spiritually driven path that you're on, it could be making decisions. Some of you, it could be leaving relationships behind. That's fallen under the Two of Swords. So it could be making decisions about commitments. It could be relationships. It could be family commitments. It could also be work commitments, you know, school commitments, anything like that. Making major decisions based off of what you love. You know, what really inspires and fulfills you. If you're in a relationship and it's stagnant and you've had a lot of pain, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of self-worth issues, it's time to really embrace and value yourself enough to demand respect and command it and make decisions based off of, honestly, your long-term happiness, if it's going to fulfill you or not. And again, if it's job or career for a lot of you, or school, it's making a decision about where you're headed, what you really want to do. And whatever you are doing is going to inspire you. I will say that. With that Ace of Cups, that's divine inspiration, divine love, divine fulfillment coming in. Yeah, see, back to school, learning things. So the decisions get made. And then you have Page of Pentacles. So you're committing to something new. Something new, something that really, it's working from the ground up. If it's a relationship coming in or a connection, it's working from the ground up, getting to know each other, putting in the work. If this is actual career, it could be apprenticeship. It could be leveling up to, maybe you go from, I don't know, like management to like supervisor or, something like that. Or it's just some kind of leveling up. If it's spiritually leveling up, the same thing. You've experienced all these things, and then you hit this next level spiritually. And a lot of the time when you go to your next level, you had this whole moment of anxiety of just rebirth. And then you hit it. And then you hit the ground running. And then you go into it. And that's what it is for you. Whatever the actual avenue is, career, love, relationship, it's going to be different for everyone. But just know that this is something that you are willing to work in long term. It's going to inspire you. So put in that work. Again, like I said, this is Jupiter in Capricorn. Where you put the work is where you're going to get back the abundance, the growth, the love, the opportunity. So put work into it. If you love it, or person, whatever, put work into it. Let's see what else we can get for Virgos. Yeah, put work into it. Yes, 10 of Cups. This is that happiness, that fulfillment. This is such a beautiful energy because I love the 10 of Pentacles being the Taurus. It's beautiful to have the abundance. It's beautiful to have the roots, to have the home, the stability, the groundedness. But man, that 10 of Cups being fulfilled, that's the card where, honestly, if you are with someone and you want to travel the fucking world, you travel the world and you love it and you live every moment of it and it fulfills your soul. That's the long-term happiness. Again, what is happiness to you? What does it look like for you? Make the decision on that and then live accordingly. Adjust as you need to, change where you need to change things, and find the happiness, pursue it. And I don't know how to explain this. There's that quote that's like, happiness is in the journey. It's not the pursuit. And I agree wholeheartedly that the gratitude, the happiness we live daily, it's our choice, our decision. But deciding what it looks like for you, what happiness and success looks like long term, you don't have to just solely focus on pursuing that. You enjoy, live your life while you're moving towards this. But it does, to me, I feel like, especially being Taurus, especially with Virgo energy, you guys like an end goal. It's what it is. You like an end goal. You're like, okay, it's going to look different for everyone. 10 years. Do you want to be, settle down with someone? Do you want to raise a family? Do you want to have children? Do you want to find a career that's fulfilling and travel the world? Do you want to, create things and build a business? It's going to look different for everyone, but having that and setting that intention is a beautiful thing. Doesn't mean you're not showing gratitude day to day and living your life in genuine happiness and joy, but having that end goal, sometimes it's that inspiration, that kick in the ass that we need to really get moving. And I do feel like for you guys on this next spiritual level, it's going to require movement, work, time put into things. And for some reason, I keep getting in my head, be careful where you invest your time. So wherever you are investing make sure it's going to lead to growth. That's just what I keep getting over and over again. Make sure it leads to growth. Make sure it aligns with who you really are. And make sure it's something that is going to bring fulfillment in. Yes, not everything we're going to do is going to make us happy. Sometimes we're going to do parts of a job that suck. But if doing that part that sucks leads to some long-term happiness, leads to potential, leads to growth and investment in you, do it. It is a benefit. Might not feel like it in the moment, but it will be. It's the whole big perspective. And I feel like that's where the High Priestess comes into. It's just like trusting in the universe that you're headed in the direction that you're supposed to right now, that you're doing what you need to do. 10 of Swords, ending cycles. Yeah, this is on under that Four of Cups, that Knight of Swords. So you are ending it. The stagnancy, the close off, the anxiety, the stress, the frustration, it's all of it. The past pain that had been causing you so much turmoil, even if it's not external, if it's internal, if it's things that came up that you hadn't thought about in 20 years, it was still there. And it needed to be. Those swords needed to be removed. You needed to be renewed. Yeah, Knight of Wands, you're not giving up. Can also be a bit of defensiveness. I'll give it that a lot of the time. But more so for me, this is the reprieve before finishing out the cycle. This is knowing that you have the ability to get this done. And you do it on your terms. I love that. And that's under that, I mean, that's under the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. So I do feel like intuitively, it's like, you know, right around the corner. It's like right around the corner. It's coming. It's coming. I can feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my soul. The universe is telling me I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep moving forward. And I do feel like that's what it is. Because you know. It's like you just know. Yeah, the Hanged Man, the perspective. There's the Fool card. Yes. This is the perspective shift, like I said. Looking at the big picture of things. Where you're investing. If it's not easy right now, but it leads to long-term growth, that's beautiful. It's the cycle of life, you know? Not everything we do is going to bring us instantaneous gratification. Really, a lot of the times, it's the Taurus in me. It's the Taurus in me. The instant gratification, it's nice sometimes. It's convenient. But where you're willing to build and put in the work long term, that is beautiful because that really drives your soul. So it's not going to be easy all the time. But it's going to be worth it. You have the Fool card here, too. I mean, come on, guys. Chapters closing out, ready to start something, feeling inspired, feeling divinely driven, feeling guided, ready to just take that fucking leap and go. And it's doing it with your heart. It's doing it with your soul. It's having faith in the universe, that High Priestess energy. It is knowing that you're divinely guided and whatever you are being called to do, it's time to step up and do. It's under that Five of Cups and that Page of Pentacles. So the experiences that shaped you have shaped you to the point to where you're ready to put in work and put in effort on something else. If it's relationships, it's the past pain. You've looked, you've learned, you've studied, you've gone over the lessons, and now it's time to really embrace and move forward into something new. You're ready to start and live again and love again and move forward. If it's career, you know, maybe you were down on your luck. You didn't have luck. You were afraid of failure. Maybe you had a lot of failures, a lot of ups and downs when it came to those things. And getting to a point where you found an opportunity and you seized it and you put in some work, you put in the effort, you really are just ready to take the leap and move forward because you have opportunities coming towards you. I love that so much. It's so Jupiter and Capricorn. It's like the more that you're willing to put in and grind and just go for it, the more you have opportunities that are popping up left and right. I love that. Because Virgos, y'all aren't afraid of hard work. By any means. I love that. Five of Swords reverse. I'm going to keep it reversed. I'm going to draw one more card on it. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords upright. A lot of the time it's the selfish victory card. But for me, in certain instances, especially in this situation, it's like you're letting go of the guilt. If you were afraid to move forward because of people or situations that you were in, you had a lot of guilt racked up, or you were just afraid to move forward in order to, how do I put this? You felt guilty over you moving forward and leaving something behind. But if that's necessary for your growth, the guilt does not need to be associated with it. If it's for you, if you're not hurting anyone, if you're not being intentionally malicious, if you are doing something for your soul, and you know it, and you're called to it, and you're divinely guided to see it through. See it through. Find the strength within you. And I do feel like that's what it is. You guys have overcame the guilt, because a lot of times with Virgos too, I've noticed that a lot of my friends have this such loyalty. It is, and it's a very Taurian thing too. It's the loyalty to service for the people that you care about. So because of that, a lot of the times you make decisions based off what's best for them. But this is about feeling inspired to do what's best for you and finding the strength and the ability to really, I don't want to say justify, but that's what it feels like. It feels like you have to justify moving forward for yourself. And if that is it, and if you feel guilty about moving forward because of people or places or things that, you know, may get less focus or less attention or less energy, but you're called to do this, do it. It's for you. You cannot give to people from an empty cup. It's not going to happen ever. I'm sorry. It's not. If your cup is empty, it's not going to work. Fill you up. Do what you need to do for you. Really embrace this journey and live your life and take chances on things that you feel called to do. If you're inspired, divinely guided towards something, trust it. Trust yourself. You know, tune in. Listen to yourself. Listen to your internal guidance, your compass. That spiritual strength, that's what it's about at the end of the day. It's finding the strength to do what you need to do for you. And not only doing it, but accepting and realizing it's okay. It's okay to do what you need to do for you. It's okay to move forward. It's okay to do something that you're passionate about, to focus your intentions and your energy on something that you envision for yourself. It's okay. Man, Virgos, y'all have me like all my... I don't know what's going on astrologically right now. I need to look. I have been in my feels lately. I'm like... And I know Chiron went direct not too long ago. And North Node's in my house right now with all my Cancer placements. And Chiron right now is opposing my moon in Libra. So, I'm having a lot of it. I'm having a lot of the feels because at the end of the day, I do what I do just to help, to bring healing to people, to bring guidance, to affirmations, whatever is needed in that moment. That's all I want to do. And so seeing this here and feeling the guilt, no. Like, you guys deserve it. You deserve it not only for yourself, but, I mean, really for everyone in your life. Because the more you love you, the more you're going to be giving love to others, the more you're going to receive love. It's just such a beautiful cycle. And I wish a lot more people realize that. It's like the more that you love and accept and really embrace yourself and live your life fully, authentically, true to you, true to your heart, the more you find the opportunities and connections and abundance and blessings and miracles in your life. So that's my little spiel. I love... Oh, that's too many cards, guys. I'll do it one more time. I love this one, though. This one popped out right out of the bat. Like I said, I'm happy. I love that. We went on a whole spiel about that, too. And I apologize for my rambles, guys. We have... I'm fearless. I was just talking about the Aries Chiron. And I am determined. See, that's you. Happiness, determination, fearlessness. You know, make it happen. You guys, you Virgos, you have so much within you. Like, I can't even explain how much the Virgos just in my life personally have been through, gone through, persevered through, and still have these genuinely kind and giving souls. Like, you guys are fucking inspiring. You are. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to grab my ritual deck. It is a beautiful deck, and I'm still getting to know it. I got it for Christmas, and I just fell in love with it. Oh, 1 second, guys. We have cards flying around left and right, everywhere and every which way. Okay. Okay. You guys are probably going to laugh at the way I butcher things, but it's fine. Okay, so let me grab my little book here. All right, so we have the earth symbol, which, of course, is your element. How fitting, right? Logic, support, and nurture. And then it has the chakra 2 here, which is the third eye, and then it actually has the directions on the bottom. I absolutely love this deck, guys. I recommend this for everyone. It encompasses so many things, so many different aspects that really tie in together. So I accept support with grace and ease. I love that. When was the last time you asked for help? Are you stuck in a loop of overthinking, or do you feel overwhelmed in some way? The earth elements want to offer you the support and care you need. There is no reason to go it alone. Now is the time to practice being okay with asking for and accepting help from others. The nurturing love of Mother Earth is here to support you, and so are your fellow brothers and sisters. Sometimes the best answer is the simplest one. And then we have a rose. Like I said, you guys are going to see. I just love these cards. So we have rose. Okay. Beauty, perfection, goddess. And then you have the sacral chakra, throat chakra, and then you have the different elements and spiritualism. I am beautiful. I am perfect. The rose card blooms in your life to signal that it's time to honor your beauty and perfection. Love yourself, right? It also indicates that it may be time to connect with the energy of a goddess of beauty. Every goddess who has gone before you is a part of you, and their energy is always available to you. When was the last time you celebrated your beauty or gazed in awe at your body? If you find the task difficult, it's an excellent time to recruit the energy of a beloved goddess. Okay, and it's Redo. I'm going to butcher this, but it's okay. We're going to get through this together. Journey, rhythm, and initiation, and it's the solar plexus. I am open to new adventures. That's that full card. Something new is coming. The rhythm of life has new plans for you. Be on the lookout for a journey or initiation into something unexpected and exciting. The red hoe rune is energetic and fiery, qualities that may be needed during the next phase of your life. If you have a variety of options on the horizon, making those choices, red hoe is here to offer clarity. Be open to messages about which path to take and where to place your energy. I love that. Okay, and then we have one more. It's the black feather. I'm going to show you guys. And again, it's the third eye. So you guys have had a lot of spiritual, very, very spiritual moments going on right now for you guys. Black feather. Let's see. Here we go. Warning, quiet loss. I allow myself to heal and feel. See, the healing, I love it. Do you have any wounds that haven't been nurtured and healed? The black feather drifts into your life to remind you to allow yourself time to heal. This sign may also be signaling a warning of some kind. Perhaps you've gotten off track or avoiding a change or will be presented with something moving forward. Be on the lookout for feathers throughout your day. Your guides may be trying to help you navigate any sudden changes you experience. I do love that. All right, Virgo, that is going to be it for your January 2020. I hope you guys have a fantastic month ahead, and I will do my absolute best to try and catch you guys mid-month. All right, love and light.